faculty, professors, teachers, academicians, industry bodies, startups, a lot of them, edtech firms. So my shift is a very different shift. I've spent 18 years in the industry. I served as a country director for Deloitte before this, and I was the head of Microsoft Innovation Center for APAC, served with Microsoft for 10 years. I had a lot of interest around the policy, education. That's been my area of interest. So I moved away from the corporate side to join National Skill Development Corporation under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. There's a lot that's been already spoken about in terms of entrepreneurship and whether it's what is entrepreneurship and also the challenges and the opportunities and how we are excelling. I would like to touch upon, in interest of time, 2-3 things. Giving you quick statistics, because most of you are academicians, India has 920 universities, plus or minus, because every day there's something which is created or something which lost license. And out of this, if I look into the number of colleges, India has roughly 43,000 colleges, higher education, out of which 17,000 close to are technical higher education, and out of that maybe 7,500 to 8,000 were engineering colleges. A few years back, now the number has come down to maybe 6,500, because a couple of them have turned into OYO rooms and wedding halls. That's the reality, and a couple of them are also will eventually look at maybe changing their business model. One key thing that really makes me think, and I hope everybody also would agree with me, is 60% of our qualified engineers, they don't have jobs. Enrollment capacity which is available in India is 18 lakh students every year as per the AICTE. Number of seats which are filled are 11.5 lakhs. And number of students who are getting jobs out of that 11.5 lakh skilled would be roughly 4 lakhs. I'm talking about hardcore engineering jobs. And now I feel, the change if I touch upon few policy side and few to the people who are in this space, because most of you are from various colleges. I hate to see a college board saying that 100 placed in Infosys, 30 placed in HCL, 20 placed in Tech Mahindra, and that becomes a benchmark for admission. So the quality, the pedagogy, the focus in terms of nurturing an engineer, whether he becomes an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur or maybe he does something, is up to him. But the focus of an engineering college, private engineering colleges in India, if I travel down from Kerala to a Karnataka to an Andhra Pradesh or even in Haryana or towards Rajasthan, colleges are measured in terms of how many jobs or placements or how many companies are visiting, and rather than focusing on the pedagogy and the kind of curriculum they need to teach. I think the pedagogy requires extreme nurturing. Entrepreneurship is something that you need to nurture right from a schooling stage. Recently, NSDC, we implemented something called innovation labs in some of the government schools to teach them e-learning modules. And when we go into the schooling ecosystem, we see that entrepreneurship can be actually integrated right from a schooling ecosystem. If you look into the higher education and the school education ecosystem, up to class 5, we have, good amount of students joining the primary schools, but there's a huge drop between class 5th to class 12th. Can we explore some opportunities to integrate vocational education is what we are working on in terms of launching certain vocational courses. Whether, for example, we have seen a huge success of beauty and wellness courses integrated into class 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. There's an opportunity. You'll be surprised to know, in cities, in metros, electricians are paid more money than some of the electrical engineers. That's the state of India right now. One has to very carefully think. Electricians are paid more money than the qualified electrical engineers